Hey everyone, welcome to another daily cinephile vlog. I just recorded a trailer reaction to the new Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer, so if you want to go watch that, I will probably start uploading it right after uploading this video. But while I wait for that video to render, I just thought I would quickly talk about M3GAN. Yes, I saw that tonight. When I first saw the trailer, it looked ridiculous, as a lot of people have been saying, especially with the dances and such. But from the very beginning, I had a feeling that the movie would be pretty successful. It just seemed like it had that kind of tone that a lot of younger people would be very into. The movie was rated PG-13. It's a horror movie, but it has a lot of funny elements to it. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and from the trailer, you got that kind of idea of the movie. So I thought the marketing was great. I've seen a lot of different viral marketing that they've done. I forgot exactly which skyscraper it was, but at the top of a skyscraper, they had a bunch of people dressed as the M3GAN character doing the dances from the trailer. So that went viral, and I mean, people have probably been doing those dances on TikTok. I mean, in a way, it seemed like that trailer was just built for people to do those dances on TikTok. I mean, it's Blumhouse. They're great at doing their marketing. Small budget. Of course, it was going to make money. I thought just from that first trailer, it would be a pretty successful movie. And I was curious to see what the reviews would be. I would have probably seen it regardless, just because the trailer got my attention. But then it got really good reviews. And having seen the movie, I can confirm that, yes, it's a very fun time. It is, I guess, a horror movie, but like I said, it's way more comedic than it is scary. It doesn't take the concept too seriously. It's a type of movie we've seen before. I mean, we've got Child's Play. We have even movies about killer androids like Terminator, or other movies with killer robots. It's not really a new concept, but what I think this movie does differently is the fact that it actually takes it from the perspective of being a toy manufacturer. That's who produces this M3GAN robot. So in that regard, I thought they did a very good job, because the movie actually opens with a commercial for a different toy similar to the M3GAN toy, but it's basically like the precursor to that, the predecessor to the M3GAN toy. And that opening commercial felt just so real. Like, it really felt like the production value of what you would watch on like something like Nickelodeon for a toy. So that was done very well, and it kind of sets you into the mood of the movie right away. It does have, a tragic opening after that commercial plays, but after that, we are introduced to who will be our main character, this daughter, and then also why the M3GAN toy comes about. It's all done very quickly. Clearly, you can see how, everything's totally going to go wrong right from the beginning. So in a way, it's a predictable movie, but it just has so much fun with the concept. Just because, like I said, I think there's that extra element about the fact that it is a toy manufacturer. It's not just toys. Like, there's also the iPad that's involved with how the toy operates, at least the first toy that they're using. So there's also that comment there about how, there's often that joke nowadays about parenting, how most parents just let the iPad do the job. And, they go into something like that when they build this M3GAN robot, which is like the next level of what the iPad already does for children. And how it's like, oh, well, is this okay? I mean, she's sharing all her emotions with just this robot. She's only talking with this robot. That seems to be her only form of communicating with anybody. Is that safe when you should maybe be doing this communication? But it's also one of those movies where, like, she's not the parent, she's the aunt. You find out why that happened, but the point is that it's not necessarily a parent. It's someone who, isn't prepared for this job. And they're busy with their own life, so they're not necessarily ready to tackle taking care of a child. She's letting the kid use the M3GAN robot in order to basically put it through a test phase before it goes into production. But at the same time, she is letting the robot do the job, and that kind of leads to bad results. The kid becomes a little wild. Once the robot's taken away from her, she doesn't handle it very well. But, she also acts like a kid. We're on their side the entire movie. So it's a very realistic portrayal of someone that age. And of course, there is some, I guess, graphic scenes in this movie. It doesn't go too hardcore, though, at all. It's not a gory movie. For the most part, I would think it relies more on the comedic value than on the actual scare value. I think I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't a movie that I loved. I really enjoyed it a lot, but I think there is a couple issues with it. I think the biggest thing is that by the third act, there doesn't seem to be any rules followed anymore for why this robot has the motivations that they do. It made a lot of sense throughout the second act and the way that this robot builds the relationship with the young girl, but by the third act, they kind of forget about it and they just move on and are like, you know what, just time to go on a killing spree. Why not? And a lot of horror movies tend to do that with or slasher movies, the way that they have the slasher villain go on a spree with no clear motivation for why they're doing what they're doing. They're just, they're crazy, I guess. In this case, it's like a lot of movies that involve robots where it's like, I just want to see humanity die. And I guess she kind of has a different explanation versus just the classic, the best solution for taking care of humanity is killing humanity. She doesn't say that exactly, but still, I really liked what they were doing with the second act, and I wish they would have stuck to it with a greater idea and, went more into that relationship between her and this young girl. But ultimately, they just they go for the typical ending that you would see to any of these movies. Also, I think there's some additional plot points that don't really go anywhere. And I don't know if the central focus of the movie, which is based on this aunt who now needs to take on a mother role, I don't know if it's as strong as it should be. But again, this is a movie that does the job that's supposed to. It's supposed to be fun, it's entertaining, it's funny, and this movie is filled with memes. So, I mean, I'm already waiting for the digital copy to be released and everybody screen grabbing certain images and turning other parts of the movie into GIFs. And if you're just looking for something that will make you laugh and kind of put you on the edge of your seat towards the end, because you want to see this robot lose by the end. Give it a watch. You'll have a fun time, and thanks for watching.